Welcome back to the market update. My name is John. I'm going to be guiding you through and through the market. If you're with me and if you came to my live stream, you guys made coins. We're doing small budget stuff today, and we were doing big budget stuff. We're going to be talking about what's going to happen in the next 24 hours, 48 hours, given a market crash is inbound and imminent. But if you want an even easier way, check out lootbar.gg. They have the lowest prices, fastest delivery, while being 10% cheaper than any other platform and trusted by big names like Pro Owns and Zorky. You also have insanely good reviews on Trustpilot. Additional 8% coins right now with my code, John Sims, at checkout. Check out lootbar.gg and get your FC account leveled up. So get ready, lock in, and let's talk about it. First off, guys, leaks coming in. Confirmed SBCs. I think Pina might be different. She might be an 88 or something like that, but she has a cornerstone as well. Pulisic is going to drive some of that volume demand for that lower teams. Now, the only thing I can think of if you are wanting to maybe try to hedge on coins is maybe try to go for link trading, substitution link trading. I don't like to do that. Like a Pulisic, you could go with, you know, a Rafa Leao type of thing, but I don't like necessarily that. There is going to be demand for weekend league, but I don't think the weekend league is going to survive in terms of gold value cards. So we'll talk about that here in a second. That's why you come to me. I basically went through FC24, FC25, went all the way through all the cards and basically tell you guys what's going to happen with fodder and price prediction. So basically, the fodder took a big jump through this period last season, but there was not a huge SBC to push it. 2 years ago in FC24, they went big time on the higher end stuff, and the lower stuff took a little bit longer. So we'll get more into that information here in a second. But this is what's going to come our way. So there will be demand. As more SBCs come into the game, there will be more demand continuously. As those SBCs leave, the less demand that can, then things come down later on. So we'll talk about that as well. Claudia Pina, if people are talking about Claudia Pina, yes, she's broken. There's like an animation glitch with her. Her shooting is the best. She's one of the best shooting players in the game. She's literally a broken card. It's going up. I've been calling this one since she's been in 6K. If you were with us, I made a video on showing that we sold at the 97 on that pop when it came up, or like 87, 91K. But what I'm saying is this one still might be an outlier. However, you see cards go up 15, 20, 30, 40%, whatever it is. I strongly recommend selling those cards. Remember, last season, the meta was a card like Rafa Leao. This season, the meta might be a card like Claudia Pina. So where was Rafa Leao? Where's Claudia Pina? Kind of give you guys a reference to those values. So just think of that. And then you could also do the substitution trading with like Patry with the long ball plus if you want to go that way. But let's go ahead and start talking about fodder. If you guys were in my live stream, you guys know that I really like the 83 market right now, doing some flips here. These are dead cards right here. These 83s are relatively dead, but there are some that are going to trade you with volume. If you guys like method trading, if you're underneath 50K, underneath 100K, underneath that 200K, come to my live stream. I promise you, we will get you guys sorted. I will be starting a 0 to 1 million coin trading account on a second account to try to just keep you guys informed on how to move on the market. 84s might be my favorite place to buy your cards right now, because the 84 market is relatively down. And just as I said, 1.1, 1.2, you're going to get maybe a 2x return on those. So if you can go on a sign type of thing, that's a lot of work. But if you guys are floating around that 250K range, that 500K range, and you just want to load up on something and have a 100K team and have 100K invested, 84s are the shout. 85s, they're down a little bit based on just like in total market analysis if we go on, on these charts. But 85s are down as well. So like right now, the reason why the market's pulled down just a little bit over the last hour or 2 hours or since the morning, I don't think it's going to last forever. So 37K, 3,700. Boom, look at that market value right now. Since last Wednesday or I guess the last 24, 48 hours, we haven't seen it like that since Monday, right? It is currently Thursday. So what I'm saying is marquee matchups drove some supply into the market. So I do think the 85 market is going to be solid as well. Now, 86s, 87s, these 88s, 89s, they are a little bit higher on the market. Now, the way you can think about this is if we do talk about these leaks and we think about the market pop from like FC24 this early, they had a Rafa Leao SBC. They had a Sun Player of the Month SBC. They had that Rodrigo Trailblazer SBC. and then I forget the right back, but they had 4 SBCs drop, player SBCs, that popped the market at the exact same time last year or 2 years ago. So that's why that market went from like 13K to 25K on high rated stuff, but the little stuff didn't necessarily move that much. Now the question is, will this drive that much demand? Is there enough liquidity? Do people have enough coins in the market to see this stuff go up? And honestly, I don't know. I don't know if they do or not. It's a different market than we've had in the past. But given that the market's going up, I would recommend that you can still go in on some of this big stuff. I just don't know how far it will push. 90s are already 37,000 coins. Will it continue to rise? Thank you for the follow, my man. Will they continue to rise? Maybe, maybe not. 87s, 88s, 89s. This is, I think you're going to get a decent run here. I really do think you're going to get a decent run. But will they go up to like 14K? Will they go from 13.5, 14K to like 18K? Maybe. 20K? I don't know. 16K? Probably for sure. I bet you you're going to get out at 16K with those, right? But like down here, I think there's more profit margins to make. I think your percentage and your rate of volume is going to be much easier. So for those guys that are underneath 500K, I would like you guys to stick around this market here. So that's why I'm saying market crash is inbound, but that's why you guys are here. You guys are here because of this market crash coming in, and the market crash is going to happen on the big stuff here. So why is that going to happen? A couple things. It's happened every year for the last, as long as I can remember. Okay, it's happened almost every year for as long as I can remember. Mosal is a prime example of this type of thing, driving down and then staying flat there, okay? This happens pretty much every year. What happens right now is champs rewards. Why did it not happen on promo release day when it's going to happen on the promo? Here's why. Number one, promo, when the game comes out, nobody that is brand new to the game has coins. Over those course of the week, people start to get some coins, market starts to inflate here and there, and then more supply comes in, some gold comes down, all that type of stuff, whatever it is. Now we have champs rewards. Champs rewards are going to be coming into the market, and people are going to be playing with their squads. Squad demand comes up. That's where you see this nice rise right now. So if you're up 10, 15, 20% on this nice early weekend league rise on a Thursday off of a down market, off of that 2K FC points and 50K pack destruction of a market, well, you guys are in money right now. So you're in a really good spot. I would recommend the best time to ever play the game is always going to be Sunday. Do not play the game on Friday. If you buy your teams first Friday night, you will lose every time. I always recommend going for Sundays. That's what I recommend doing over everything. This card should be lower. Now, if you said, well, John, I want to play Friday, when's the best time to buy? I would have told you Wednesday or last Friday would have been the best time to buy. So now is just not the best time to buy. It might go up to like 310, 315, maybe. You might be able to get in and out of a trade as long as you get in a good trade. So like if you snipe something here, if it's at 300,000, you snipe it at 295, 298. The AI called Tonali just now. We'll check out the AI here before we get out of here. But okay, so you might be able to get a trade out and get like a 5%, 8% return, 10% return on something like that. But you're buying your team. I don't recommend it. Get out of those. Icons from last season. This is what happened last year in icons. Now, we're not seeing the same necessarily trend. I don't think people have enough coins right now to see this type of growth. So if you look at this popped right at game release. This is like a drive in the market for game release. And then this is after the first weekend league. Look at the drop. Almost not that much, 480 to 65. It did come down a little bit because this is a daily average. It probably got bought up a little bit. So it's probably down to like 400 here. So there was a sell-off on icon. So nothing's necessarily fully safe. And this is where we're at in the market right now. We're seeing some stability, but nothing crazy, right? So I was buying my cards. The lowest I bought at the lowest time a few days ago, right down here. I bought it right around here. I bought it like 480 or something like that, and then it went up, and I sold at like 550, and then I bought my Chiellini right at that very similar position. I bought it 880, and it went to like 975 or so. And so I bought it there, and I just didn't like where the icon market is totally at. I do like icons long term. I want to explain that. if we consider investing or whatever, I believe icons long-term should do well if you buy them correctly and buy them right. Also, icon flipping has been fantastic. If you guys are educated traders, you know how to icon flip. The AI we have is fantastic. But when we talk about cards that I think if you guys can get a very, 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 very good deal on, it's going to be cards like this. However, there's still value for these to potentially come down. It's one of those things that if there's something going to pop, I think the low, cheap hero cards could make huge moves. And here's why. The gauntlets, the gauntlets, weekend league teams, and just cheap players that are going to get, like, if you're brand new to the game, you get weekend league rewards and you have 250K. What are you looking? And you need that one hero, that one Prem League hero or something that's going to push and get you the chem you need. You might find a tradable card within these style of markets, especially this like the Saudi League. You might like him with Ronaldo dropping, or with Teo Hernandez. You see what I'm trying to say? As long as I hit those right. But basically, that is a huge concept. But if you guys are brand new, this is FUTalert AI. We have launched out so I can now give you guys updates on if I like a trade or not. So right now, it's actually going in on a Due. It's recommending buying him at like 31K if you can win it. And so he's trying to say get down there early. I don't know if this one's going to be able to make, but now I can actually approve trades. So this one's going to try to flip. So this guy's going to try to flip these overnight tonight. So be aware, but I can actually come in here now and approve these trades. I said to buy it down. I think we were down here earlier when I approved it. So just be aware, I can't tell it when I approve these trades, but this is our AI, guys. And you get AI suggestions all day long right now. Now, PC market, we are going to be rolling out an update here on PC as soon as we possibly can, but it's saying an index time is going out. It's already up 30%, guys. And so when I see this tells me to sell on that type of market. And team of the weeks are starting to rise at 5%. That's not a bad time to actually buy because of where the market's at. So if you guys want to get more information on the AI, let me know. Come to my live stream, ask me questions, or get in the link below. But that's it for today, guys. I want to say thank you to everybody tuning in. That is your FUTalert market update. Until next time, thanks you for tuning in. We'll see you guys in the next episode. We filmed this live, so come to my live stream too if you guys want help with small budget and big budget. If you just want to see, we're here. Guys, I'm doing 10-hour lives right now. We'll see you tomorrow.